way, I do want to thank Wolverine. I see him in the chat.
Take it to the house, I'm about to touchdown. G's living lavish.
Come on, God. Come on, God. Yeah!
Belly's big, but they full. We do it big. I know you wish you could.
Welcome to Wolverine Sports Talk. I'm your host, Coach Mike Jones, formerly of Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Proud YouTube channel. Shout out to Kurt Steele, LL Cool Torrance, Valerie Bordeaux, and the rest of my Proud Nation family. But you already know, man, this is for my Michigan Wolverines and my Detroit Lions. This is Team Wolverine. We're trying to take over YouTube, man. Hey, do me a favor. Like the videos, share the videos, subscribe to the channel, help me get this content out to more Wolverine fans like yourself. You can always comment on the videos. Actually, I prefer you to comment on the videos. I love to chat it up with the people who view the videos to find out, you know, how you feel about the videos, or things you didn't like about the videos, things you did like about the videos, and if you have like suggestions of things that you want me to talk about, just drop them in the comment section, man. And you never know, man, I might pop up and all of a sudden it might be a video of something that we talked about, man. But and if you don't want to be on the spot like that, you can always email me at wolverine@wolverine.net. I will get back to you as soon as possible. People have hit me up. I've gotten back to you. That's how I roll, man. And do me one favor. I need one favor for y'all, man. Go over to www.wolverine.com. Check it out, man. See what that's all about. And get you one of these all-white Wolverine tees for $10. And stop at the top of the page. I have a poll up. And it's which Wolverine products do you want to see released? I'm going to release the whole store at the beginning of the season. So just go up and vote, man. I don't want to release products that you guys don't care about. So help me to help you, and we can get this going. But man, I told y'all, let's get into what I'm talking about. Now, I said before, I made a video, I said I think we're one receiver short. It just feels like with the Jameson Williams suspension that we were one receiver short. Now, without the suspension of Jameson Williams, our receiver core is stacked. But with his suspension, those first 6 games, and us starting the season off with the Super Bowl champions on Thursday Night Football, followed up by Seattle Seahawks coming to town, who are significantly better than they were last year, and they did beat us. So I was like, man, it just feels like we're one receiver short. Lo and behold, Brad Holmes snuck in and stole somebody. So let me kind of go over the details with you. Denzel Mims was going to be released by the New York Jets because the receiver core is packed. As everybody knows, Aaron Rodgers got 2 of his receivers to come over, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb. So somebody had to go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Kevin Hart. Somebody had to go. So Denzel Mims was the one who had to go. And Mims is a very interesting character. He kind of reminds me of Isaiah Buggs, and he reminds me of John Kaminsky. Denzel Mims was a 2nd-round draft pick in 2020 by the New York Jets. And Denzel Mims, let's go over his stats. He is 6'3". He is 207 pounds. He ran a 4.38 40. Wow. He was explosive. He was on that Baylor team that went far into the college football playoffs. Over his 3 seasons at Baylor, over his final 3 seasons at Baylor, he scored 28 receiving touchdowns. This is per Eric Schlitt from the Lions Wire. You know, I always go to my Detroit Lion fans when I'm ready to report, man. He had a 3 cone of 6.66, which is kind of bad luck to say that, but you know how it is. And he also clocked a time of 22.4 miles per hour. Wow. So he had a lot of steam built up for his arrival to the NFL. He was picked like I said, by the Jets in the second round at number 59 out of Baylor, who had a successful season that year. And then he came to the NFL and he struggled a lot. He's only caught 42 passes for 676 yards. And he didn't score a touchdown. So, you know, that's kind of not a really good thing. He had a lower drop percentage, lower points than Eric Ebron. Dropped him in his prime. So that's something to be concerned about as well. But the thing to look up to is we have Antoine Randall. Maybe it's a concentration, maybe it's a focus thing. We have Antoine Randall. We have Marvin Jones. He's kind of built in that same frame as Marvin Jones. Maybe he's a little bit quicker, a touch faster. But the things that they say about him, like he's good at route running, he's good at getting in and out of his breaks, he's good at high pointing the ball, he takes over the short to intermediate fields. Those are things that are very good and things that can be taken advantage of because he was a second round draft pick. I think he would have been on the team if Aaron Rodgers would have not, snuck his boys in the back door. So like I said, man, I made a video. It was titled One Receiver Short. It was because of the Jameson Williams suspension. But now that we have the 2020 second round pick who never really lived up to his resume in college, but him coming in as maybe a wide receiver 4 or 5, the only thing you want from the wide receiver 4 or 5 or maybe even wide receiver 6 is valuable reps, right? Can you be on the field and make plays when you're on the field? Because as you know, the wide receiver 5 or 6 is not going to be in the field all that much. Probably in our offense, probably 15% of the time, we're going to have 5 wide receivers out there. So maybe even less than that, or 4 wide receivers out there, So all we need is valuable reps. Can you give the Lions valuable reps? We're not looking for a stat stuffer, right? I know a lot of people are looking at his numbers and they're like, oh, he's not good, but neither was Isaiah Bugs and neither was John Kaminsky, right? They show flashes, but they didn't produce. And if you look at his numbers, let me pull them up real quick. Last year's numbers, he only had 11 catches for 186 yards and 0 touchdowns. But one thing you want to look at is you look at his average yards per catch, and that's 16.9. 16.9 yard average per catch, which means he's stretching the field. And with the Lions offense, that's all we need is somebody to stretch the field. That would be Jamo's role, is to stretch the field. So while we do have Antoine Green, while we do have Jahmyr Gibbs, while we do have Sam Laporta, you don't want to go into the first game against the defending world champion, depending on 3 rookies, 3 of them, to be heavy contributors to your offense. You want experience, you want veterans in there, you want guys who have been around the game before. You don't want the first game in the NFL to be against the world champions and bam, there it is. So, Denzel Mims is a good pickup. I told you I called it one receiver short. You can go back and watch the video. I said it, man, but I'm glad Brad Holmes is paying attention. That'll let you know right now we have a competent GM. We have more than a competent GM. We have a top 10 GM in the NFL. And he's building. He knows how to acquire talent. And he did it for the low. He did it for the low. He did it for the cheap. And I'm just going to find those details real quick because I originally did a video, but there were some conflicting arguments that came out, or conflicting stories that came out about the picks that were given up for him. So actually, see if I can find. I believe it was a conditional 6th round pick, and the Jets got a 7th round pick, a conditional 7th round pick. I believe those conditions are he just has to make the team, right? If he makes the team, if he makes the final 53-man roster, I believe that those picks will be flip-flop because we gave up a 7th, I believe, and the Jets gave us a 6th, or it might be vice versa, but those are the conditions of the deal. So he basically got it for nothing. Well, I really wouldn't say nothing because, you know, James Houston was a late round pick. Rodrigo was a late round pick. But if he can come in and contribute, that's all we need. We needed that little extra bit of something, that little extra bit of sauce when we go against them Chiefs, when we go against them Seahawks. We need that extra little bit of something. And I think Denzel Mims can give it to you. But I just want to get out of here, man. You know, I feel like, you know, it was a good pickup. I want to report it to you, man. So, hey, drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about the Denzel Mims pickup. Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Like I said, he seems like he's going along the line of Isaiah Buggs and John Kaminsky. He's a 2nd round pick. So, hey, man, just let me know in the comment section what you think. But I'm about to get out of here, man. Hey, y'all know how I do it. It's from the big house to Ford Field. Go blue, OnePride. Holla at y'all, man.
To the house, I'm about to touchdown. Cheese living lavish, so our shit is plush style. Belly's big, but they full. We do